Hey guys and girls, and welcome to a brand new episode. Today we're going to be talking about Grand Theft Auto. Grand Theft Auto was released in Europe on the 21st of November 1997 on MS-DOS and Windows, and the 12th of December on PlayStation 1. It garnered a lot of controversy prior to and upon its release due to its content, although this was later found to have been caused intentionally to generate publicity for the game. Despite mixed reviews, it became a UK bestseller and sold more than 1 million copies worldwide. Now, if my memory serves me correctly, I first heard of this game via a news report on BBC Radio 1. I believe it was concerning the upcoming PC release, and it went something like this.
There are calls to ban a computer game where you score points by stealing cars, killing pedestrians and selling drugs. Grand Theft Auto goes on sale today. It's been given an 18 certificate by film classifiers, the BBFC. Simon Butler works for the company marketing the game.
They gave it an 18 certificate, which was right. The product does involve stealing cars, joyriding. We don't want it in the hands of kids. An 18 certificate is everything we can do to keep it out of the hands of those kids. And we want parents to respect that and not buy it for their children.
But Lord Campbell of Croy says it's a joke.
Adults may buy them and bring a computer game like this back home, and if they leave it lying about, then the young people can get hold of it.
I can remember going into HMV on the morning that it was released and just seeing all the big box copies on the shelves and kind of wishing to myself, I really want to play this game. And in hindsight, I kind of wish I actually bought a big box copy, because, you know, big box copy PC games, you know, they're quite sexy to have, you know, not gonna lie. And nowadays they're quite pricey, you know, especially compared to the version that I would eventually get, the sold out software budget version. But you know, it's still the PC version at the end of the day, and it's definitely worth owning, especially compared to the PlayStation version, which we'll actually get to in a little bit. Because, you know, as much as I wanted this game, obviously I couldn't buy it at the time because I was underage, so I just had to wait patiently. And then the time finally came for official PlayStation Magazine to release a demo on the Pandemonium 2 demo disc. Which one was this? This is disc 11 volume 2. So yeah, that's what we got there, and I think we can get a there it is, just a little close up of the blurb, I should say here. You've read about its gratuitous violence in the tabloids, now experience the full automated horror in our playable demo. And to be fair, I had a lot of fun playing the demo. In fact, I actually had to play it on my friend's PS1 at the time because I didn't have a PS1 of my own, and I actually recorded a lot of gameplay footage onto a VHS tape, just to, you know, hype myself up for the time that I would eventually get a PS1 and Grand Theft Auto. But until then, all I had to keep me going was magazine articles and what have you. Now, I don't have the official PlayStation magazine for this anymore, and I don't think, because I can't remember, I think this came with the actual review of Grand Theft Auto. I'm not 100% certain on that. I'll probably put something up on the screen in a bit if I haven't done so already. But I do have a couple of Games Master magazine articles and what have you, and just quickly go to this one here. This was October 1997 issue, and we've got just a little section there. It's like Grand Theft Auto, drive-by shootings, hit and runs, reckless driving and mafia missions. Fun? Well, yeah, obviously. And it says it's coming out in November time, and the final version was being shown here, I suppose. I do like the first impressions we got down here. While it's not the most graphically impressive game on the PlayStation or PC, it looks like GTA will more than make up for it with raw gameplay and the odd spot of controversy. So yeah, there was a little article in that edition of Games Master, and then we got this one here, the 1998 Mega Preview Special. And I can't remember what page it was. I think it's this page. Yeah, there we go. We got ourselves a double spread of the PC version. So you guys can see that clearly, although I'll probably pop up some highlights from it. And so we got a pick a car, any car, which pretty much highlights the vehicles that you can drive in each city. And what's interesting here actually is that we've got one for Liberty City, and it's a helicopter. I don't ever remember using a helicopter at all in Grand Theft Auto, well, in 1 anyway. So that's kind of weird. And this bit up here, calling all cars. Look out for the pager, which appears at the top left of the screen. My goodness, talk about antiquated technology. It really is a product of its time. But yeah, I can remember I can't remember if it was actually in this review, but I remember, I think it may have been Official PlayStation Magazine actually, that described Grand Theft Auto as being ugly as a pig as far as graphics were concerned, because let's be honest, you know, it pretty much is. I mean, just look at it. You know, the graphics aren't the best on the 32-bit era, but you know, it's, for what it's worth, it was definitely had the gameplay to back it up. And the day finally came when I eventually got my very own PlayStation 1. It must have been around or after May 1999 when I got my own copy of GTA, because that was when I turned 18, and I was quite a young looking lad at the time, and I would never ever have attempted to try an underage purchase. Alright bruv! Alright bruv. Yes please! You got any ID, mate? There you go. You're not really 18, are you? No. Right, get out of my shop. I got it home and I finally realised the differences between the full version, the retail version, and the demo version, because the demo version, it's got some mild swears in it compared to the retail version. One of the quickest examples I can remember is when you're doing one of the missions, and I think you're about halfway through it, and it says jerk, etc, 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 whereas on the retail version it says shit, etc, etc, etc. So obviously they had to dumb it down for this slightly wider audience that were likely to play the demo disc, because you could be any age to buy the demo disc. So obviously DMA Design, they thought about that, and they were very clever about that as well, so that was pretty cool. But yeah, I can't actually remember if I legitimately completed GTA back in the day, because I did actually watch all of the in-game cutscenes, including the final ending, on my my equalizer cheat cartridge. So I think there's a bit of Mandela effect going on there, unfortunately, but I did eventually complete it properly using the PlayStation Classic, which is currently playing the demo role at the moment. So yeah, that's one game I can finally put to bed. It has aged somewhat compared to all the later 3D games, and more specifically Grand Theft Auto 2 as well. But you know, for what it's worth, it's definitely still a blast to play through, even if you do have to get reacquainted to the controls. But you know, for what it's worth, it's definitely worth going back to. It's still a lot of fun, and yeah, that's pretty much sums up my my memories of Grand Theft Auto 1. Perhaps not the most detailed of memories, but you know, it's a game I hold very close to my heart, and I will probably likely, you know, play it again at some point in the future, perhaps another 10 years down the line when Grand Theft Auto 7 finally comes out. But you never know. So yeah, so what are your experiences of GTA 1, guys? Let me know in the comments below, and until the next episode, take care of yourselves and thanks for watching.